Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to another week of analysis. I hope everyone is doing fine. If you're fine and if your portfolio also was fine today, give me a thumbs up. Or if you had a bad day, portfolio was deep red, then give me a thumbs down. Yeah, even I'm watching India versus England. I think a lot of people are watching, and I'm watching it side by side. I think 9 wickets down. So I hopefully we take another wicket and we are winning. Let's see, we have 6 people today who have joined us till now. Let's wait. Hey Shankar, hello. I think we have 5 people, 6. Yep. So hey Sagar, hey Sandeep, hey Kumragiri. I'm really thankful to the regular people who join, like Sagar, Sandeep, Kumari, Dinesh. You guys have been joining really regularly every day. I think I am that exciting to actually listen to. Markets are down, but yes, at least you're learning. Yes, Sagar, we are about to win. Hopefully. Hey Tavita, hey Hemant. So the question was, if your portfolio was up today, then give me a thumbs up, and if you had a very good start to the week, also give thumbs up. And otherwise, if your portfolio was down, or if you had a bad start to the week, then give me a thumbs down. But I think for me personally, the portfolio was kind of 0.5% down. I think Jubilant Ingrevia is still saving my portfolio from falling. But our personal portfolio is up thanks to Laxmi Chem. It's up around 35% since we bought, I think, and that's keeping our portfolio up every day. I think that's the real secret to keeping your portfolio up and enjoying that up move in some of the stocks, and that will help your portfolio go up. Hey Akash, really thanks for. Yeah, we reached 1,000 subscribers. In fact, we've crossed the 1,000 subscribers. Really thanks to all of you. And if you've still not shared this with your friends, do share the channel with your friends. I'm sure a lot of you are learning, and let's help everyone learn. Now here in markets, there's nothing to lose or nothing to gain by sharing knowledge, because it's finally up to the person who is trading or investing. It's up to the discipline and the risk management skills that anyone can. So there are millions of participants in the markets. There are very few who make money, right? But there are a lot of people who lose. So all you have to do is just follow risk management, and then you can actually make money. So just share this video with your friends, and don't forget to hit that like button. If you've joined today, we have 14 people in spite of the India versus England match. So let's get started, right? So let's start with Nifty as usual. So Nifty has been today again. We had a green day, a good day. In fact, we had a kind of a gap up this morning, and then we kind of dipped, and then we went high. But if you just look at what we discussed last Friday, yeah, I think we won. Yeah, 10 wickets. Cool. So let's get back to this. So if you had listened to on Friday, so I think I had drawn this trend line, right? And I came to this point, and I said this parallel channel is in play. And I also mentioned that if we head towards the lower end of the trend line here, then we need to go long, right? And that's exactly what happened today. You see, we kind of got rejected around that zone, around that parallel on the top. We dipped, and we exactly kind of reversed from the trend line. The moment you saw this green candle over here, so probably you should have corrected your trend line a little bit, right, like that. And that was the trend line, and then we reversed. We went all the way from 500 to 560 points. That's a good 60-day intraday trade, and you could have made some decent money today. And then the markets kind of went sideways, and then we went down. My mouse is not working this second. Yeah, so but that's how you kind of take trades. You need to have a plan in place, and if you follow the plan that we discussed last Friday evening, then you could have easily made some decent intraday money today, this morning, right? So we had the first reversal here, then we had second reversal here, third reversal, the fourth reversal, and then we kind of are breaking down. So today's close is not really good. So I'd have preferred that we stay inside the channel, but this is a very short-term correction which might probably happen. But now the plan for tomorrow is clear. Now that we've broken this parallel channel, now that we have kind of taken down this support as well, right? Now only thing I'll probably wait for is for this support to be taken out, which is this one. So around 16,530 is what I'll be looking for. So if I want to go short tomorrow, below 16,530, I would short. And if I want to go long, then I'll go long only above this level, right? So 16,590 odd. So today's high was 16,589. So go long above 16,590 and go short below 16,530, right? So these are two levels to watch out for. But in case tomorrow, let's say we gap up to 16,590, right, and we get rejected, then also you can go short. But for that, you need a little bit of skills. You need to carefully watch the market, wait for a 5-minute rejection candle, and then kind of short at that point, and then probably be coming down. Or tomorrow, let's say we gap down to 16,530, and the first 5 minutes or first 15 minutes we kind of form a green candle, then also you can go long, probably for targets of 16,590. So we might go sideways. A trendline break doesn't mean that we will not, we might not directly go down. So probably we might go sideways as well. So it's completely up to how the market moves tomorrow. No one can say how we're going to do. But for now, the levels to short is, if we gap up above here, then we can short probably for lower targets. But if we go higher above 16,590, then we can go long, and below 16,530 you can go short, right? So that's the plan. But otherwise, it's a beautiful market. I think till now we are having still weakness in small caps and mid caps. So let's take a quick look at the charts. All right, so this was the chart that you're looking at, right? We kind of broke this this resistance here, and I clearly mentioned this resistance needs to be taken out. Now this is, so any stock, right, when it breaks a key resistance, now if you go to daily charts, you will see this key resistance here, right? Now if you look at any stock, right, any stock after it breaks down, it will always kind of reverse and go touch that and then come back again. So that's why I clearly mentioned 16,300 levels needs to be crossed, but till now, sorry, 10,300 levels needs to be crossed, but till we went high of 10,299.65. We have not even crossed 10,300 yet. So there is going to be some weakness more in mid caps and small caps, but focus, keep your focus on stocks which are doing really well, which are very strong, and then probably we might do well, right? So this is the trend line that we are looking at the other day. So this point, and that point, right? So kind of are close here again. So tomorrow probably we might see an update in small caps and mid caps. Let's see, fingers crossed. But for now, the trend is still down. We have to go above 10,300 levels. We will have to cross that 10,300 in case we want to head higher, right? So that's the level we have to cross. So probably a few more days of sideways and then we head higher. That's my take on the small cap and mid cap. Okay, so that's the Nifty outlook. Now let's look at the portfolio of Trade with Trendline Investor. So if you're new to the channel, we had a lot of subscribers over this weekend. So if you're new to this channel, then probably it's just for you. This Trade with Trendline Investor series is basically where I trade live with 1 lakh capital, and I help people understand how you should trade and invest in markets, right? So we talk about risk management is always a focus. It's not about the strategy, it's not about anything else, it's just risk management. So basically there's a saying in markets that you can trade any strategy, but if you have a proper risk management, you'll always make money. So that's why the focus is on risk management, but I also discuss my scanners and screeners, and I also discuss every now and then how I pick stocks. Okay, so just looking at the portfolio again, so our biggest position continues to be Birlasoft. It's around 14%. Laxmi Chem is around 9% now. Gland is 8%, and Cummins also around 8%. So if you see, majority of our profits again have come from Laxmi Chem. Now I always keep saying this, that 80% of our profits come from 20% of the trades, and if you see, we've had almost 90% of our profits just coming from one stock. Right now, that's something that you cannot predict. All you can do is allocate money, find your setup. And if that setup is as per your skill sets or as per your strategy, then just go for it, and the markets will tell you whether that's a good trade or not, right? But for now, this is a very good trade for now. We are going very well in Laxmi Chem, around 37%. Now the only worry for me here is the position size. It's not a worry really, but I'd have probably enjoyed a much higher position size here. But again, that is something that you cannot really decide because the markets were weak and I didn't want to risk a lot of money. That's why I went with 500 rupees risk. Now, as an alternative, what you could do is, let's say tomorrow you want to really add more of Laxmi Chem, you should probably wait for it and don't add it right now, right? Probably wait for a dip and then you can add more. Now we'll look at that. But for now, what I'm going to do is, so these are the 4 stocks we have. We have GTT, still HAL, Naukri, and Indiamart. they are pretty far away now. HAL is 7% away from our trigger price. Indiamart is around 4.5% away from our trigger price. Naukri is around 0.96%. Right now here, if you've seen, we have allocated a good decent amount of money, around 22%, 14.5%, 15% and 22%, right? That's allocation to these three stocks, but none of them are getting triggered. So what I did today is I kind of went through the scanner. So I went through both the scanners, daily CCI crossing 100 and weekly CCI crossing 100. I've already done that quickly just before this call, but I've just scanned them and I just looked for decent setups. It hardly took me 10 minutes to do this, but let's look at this set of stocks, right, before we head into others. So one of the good stocks today which came in our scanner is Gravita. Now, if you look, it's either CCI on daily has crossed 100 or on the weekly crossed 100. This is the scanner that I used. If you see here, CCI on the daily has crossed 100, and that's why Gravita has come in our scanner. Now, the beauty about Gravita is that it has kind of, it is in momentum even in the monthly charts, but the beauty about Gravita here is it's a multi-year breakout. It's almost a 10-year breakout or 11, around 9-year breakout. It is a multi-month breakout, multi-decade breakout, right? So 2012, so 2010 onwards, right? So 2010 and now. So we've kind of tried to go above that twice. We couldn't go, and right now we are crossing. The volumes for this month is still, we have not finished the month yet, but on the weekly, already on one day, we have had very good volumes compared to the last weeks. So just in one day, so which means the volumes have been good. The trend has been awesome. Gravita's the trend has been beautiful. And now I'm thinking we'll take a position in this tomorrow. So tomorrow what I'm going to do is place an order for this. I've not made the plan yet, but the plan probably would be to buy it around 212, which is today's high. Keep a GTD around 212. And then probably you can keep a stop around 200 odd levels, right? That's the hourly. Just before the last hour, we went up. That was the low. So this could be, you might say that 212 and 203, that's just a 9 rupee stop. Probably it's a 4.5% stop. It's too close, but that's how sometimes I trade, because otherwise the stop loss is too deep, around 182. Right, so you can also keep a stop around 180, 85. Your stop, you can enter right now at 210. Only the problem is here the stop is 25 points, which is more than 11-12%. Right, so the plan today would be to we close at 212, so probably tomorrow we're going to gap up. I'm not sure. I'm just going to 1 minute chart. If you see, we closed right at day's high. Right, now tomorrow it's a very high chance that we might gap up. But if we gap up, then I'm not going to buy, but my order is going to be at 212 because the close is 209. So I'm going to place order at 212 with the stop at 200 odd levels. So that's a 12 rupee stop, which is around 6%, right? Yeah, 6%. So that's the first thing that we're going to place order for. Next is Fortis, right? So Fortis again came in a scanner today. So basically this came on the weekly, I think. Yeah, on the weekly it has crossed, if you see this week it's crossed 100, right? Now just look at the long-term charts again. If you see since 2010, this has just been trending in a parallel channel. Now I'll just draw the parallel channel for you so that you see this. Okay, so that's not a perfect parallel channel, but kind of. But I'm more focused on this trend line breakout over here, right? So that breakout over there. So I'll just delete all of this just so that you see it better. So again, so next order is going to be and Fortis. Fortis again, we're going to buy above 261. So the highest is 261. And I'm going to go to the hourly charts and see for a stop. Now I'm going to keep a stop. So basically, if you see here, this is an inverted head and shoulders breakout on the hourly charts, right? So this is the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder, right? So I'm just going to keep. So if we buy around 261, or let's say 260, let's round up 260. So let's keep order 260, and here if you keep 245, so that's a 15-point stop, right? So 15-point stop is around 358, so it's 12 around whatever that is, right? So 15 stop around 5.45% stop, right? So we can keep that as a second order. I will also update this in the trade with Trendline sheet, and I'll share it on Telegram, but I need some more time to do it. So I'll do that today. Now some more other stocks which came is Anthony Waste Handling. This is again IPO based breakout, which is one of my favorite patterns, but the problem is right now it's just getting sold off at the tops. There's no strong candle like Fortis. See, Fortis has a very strong candle, Gravita has a very strong candle, but Anthony Waste is still not having a strong candle, right? It's getting sold off, as in it's trying to move higher, but it's getting sold off on the top, and also the volume is decreasing. So I'll probably wait some time for Anthony Waste waste handling company. But if you want to take a trade, then keep above 405, and you can keep a stop around 366. Now that's a pretty deep stop, around 10% stop. That's also one of the reasons I'm not interested in. Okay, the next stock is Mahaseamless. Again, if you see here, I think on the weekly it has crossed. From last week it was 72, this week it's crossing 100. And also if you see here, this is a nice head and shoulders, a slanted head and shoulders breakout, not a perfect one, but a kind of a inverted head and shoulders, but a slanted one, right? And this is also looking good. The only problem here is it's in a sideways movement since many years, since 2007 it's been sideways. But this is from the steel space, so I'm probably expecting this also can perform, and the volumes have been very good. So it's since the last 10 years, I think this has been the best volumes that we've seen, and I'm probably expecting this might head higher from here. Okay, so if you want, again, we'll keep a stop buy stop over 345, and we go to hourly charts and see for a consolidation. So we can keep around this low or this low also. So 345 buy order, and we'll keep a stop around 330. Now if you see, since I want to take a good position size, I'm not keeping my stop around here. Now if I keep my stop around here, it's 287 to 90, so it's around a 50 point stop. Now 50 point stop is around 15%. Now in that probably I'll get a 5% allocation, and that really doesn't make sense for me. So that's why I go to the hourly charts, and I probably see it's close to a breakout, right? And this was the last consolidation before it kind of moved up. So that's why I'm trying to do that. Now in these cases, sometimes you might you might have whipsaws, but that's how you evolve as a trader. But also if you see, one of the reasons why I don't expect that to taken out is this is a nice cup and handle pattern probably, and that low should not be taken out. We should not come back inside again, right? So that's the criteria for Mahaseamless Steel, right? So till now we have Gravita, Fortis and Seamless, 3 stocks. Next is Tata Elxis. Tata Elxis, again, if you see, so this is a trend line which I drew long back, and it's just reversed from the trend line here, right? So not a perfect trend line touch, but around the trend line. Now trend lines don't have to be really perfect always, but if you see here, we kind of kind of dipped around but closed above that point. So I've just connected that point and that point, and here this is a very nice setup, Tata Elxis, and it's also a very good momentum stock. Also long-term charts are fantastic, right? We kind of since 2015 it's kind of given a breakout around 1300, and we've gone up 4x, and this can go much higher, who knows, right? So all we'll do is we keep a stop around 4100, and we buy around current levels. Or if you're a little aggressive, like as usual, you can go to the hourly charts and keep a stop around 4200, or even this low around 4250, right? So I'll probably keep it on 4250, and I'll update the sheet. So this is the next stock. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4th stock, and then last is Jindal Steel and Power. Now this on the log charts, again, you might ask why am I looking at this. I think this came in the daily scanner. It's not showing here, but it came in the daily scanner, right? I can quickly show you this. Yeah, if you see here, it's in Jindal Steel and Power has come here. It's the daily scanner, latest, right? So even though sometimes TradingView has a different CCI and charting has different CCI, but that's totally fine. Now again, here you can buy about today's high, and you can keep a stop around 410 odd level. So that's a 20-point stop. So these are the stocks that we will be placing buy orders. Now we will have, we already have 3. Now we'll add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more stocks. Okay, but remember we have only 3. So in order for a risk management, we already have 3000 risk. I'm going to reduce the risk here. We'll discuss the stop loss now, but we will be reducing a stop, increasing the stop. For example, Laxmi Chem, we can't have a stop loss even at 265 still. The stock has gone to 380, right? So we look at that, and then I'll update the sheet and share it with you this evening by the time I sleep. I'll share the sheet, and then you can look at the updated orders that I have placed. But I hope this is clear. If this is not clear, let me know in the comment section, because this is very important of how you scan stocks. Now if you've noticed, I'm taking all excellent stocks which are breaking into all-time highs or breaking the previous swing highs, right? Almost everything is breaking previous swing highs, right? You see here almost about to break out, right? Here also about to break out. Jindal Steel also is about to break out, right? So these are all excellent stocks. That's why I'm not picking stocks in downtrend, and that's the first rule. If you want to make continuously money, that's the first rule that you have to follow. There's no other rule in markets. Everyone buys the stronger stocks. If they're excellent traders, they'll buy always. I hope that helped today. Let's look at the charts for stocks that we're holding, right? Birlasoft again kind of made a high today. Volumes are good. A good day probably, but still it's going in the channel again. Now probably what can happen is this could be the channel also, and if we break the channel, then probably we can see some good momentum. But for now, just going sideways. Let's see how this goes out. Cummins India has made a new high again, looking good. Birlasoft, if you ask me a stop loss, I'm not going to update the stop loss for this. We'll keep the stop loss as it is for now. Cummins India, so probably Cummins India, now we can revise stop loss. Now that it's gone so high, I don't expect the stock to come all the way back, because this is probably a retest which we did here, right? So I'm going to revise the stop to 910. So this low was 911, so I'm going to revise the stop to 910. Okay, so that's the first stop loss update for today. Okay, so from 880 we are moving to 900. Our risk has reduced a bit. The next one is Laxmi Chemicals, Laxmi Organic Industries. Now here, yeah, we had this massive breakout here and just heading way higher. Now, since I don't have any swing here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hourly charts. And here, if you see, we had a swing. So these are inside bars. Now inside bars, sometimes after that inside bar, today we just had a massive move up. So we can keep here also stop loss, but I don't prefer to keep stop loss inside bar, because there is a chance that stock might come all the way to the previous swing low, which is 310. Okay, now even if in stocks, if you see on daily charts, if you see bars like this, don't keep a stop around this. Inside bars, I don't prefer. If you keep stops, there's a very high chance that it might go even below, because this is a master candle. The supply here, yes, that's a very good supply absorption, but there's a chance, I've seen based on my experience, that inside bars don't act as very good support zones most of the times. So it might break out, but after some time, if it consolidates and comes down, it'll come all the way and can go even below this. So for now, I'm keeping this swing low as a stop, which is 314.3. So I'm rounding off to 310. Okay, so we are again protecting some profits over there. So Laxmi Organics, so 310. Okay, so we are in a profit of 626. Then next is Gland. Now Gland is showing some weakness today. In fact, there is some strong weakness in the hourly charts. It's just around the previous low. Right now, again, if you see here, this was a good breakout from this zone. Kind of retested, again coming to retest. Now we don't know whether it will come much lower, so I'm not revising the stop loss yet. The stop loss will continue to remain at 3775, or around this low, right? 3775 is this low. So we continue to keep a stop loss there. Let's see what happens. So tomorrow, if it reverses, then I'll probably keep my stop here, or this candle also. But for now, we are close to this candle. So this was the breakout over here, right? We are around that zone, right? If you see, we went up, then we kind of consolidated, and then we broke out kind of here. We're probably retesting. So we'll wait for this tomorrow, and then we'll take a call on where the stop loss should be. For now, I'm not revising the stop. So now, after updating all the stop losses, I have a portfolio heat of 1.65%. Now, which means I have a total of 5% portfolio heat which I can take, right? So which means I have 3.5% more of portfolio heat. So when I update the orders here, I will ensure once my 3.5% portfolio heat is triggered, or once 3 or 4 orders are triggered, then I will kind of cut down, or I'll delete the previous remaining GTD orders, so that others don't get triggered, even if there's money. Okay, so that's the plan. I will update the sheets and let you know. But otherwise, I hope this was clear. And also, I also looked at the screener and I went to Gravita, for example, and I saw the fundamentals. The fundamentals are really good. I'm not sure why the stock has been not going anywhere, but off late, if you see, the sales have been good. It has almost at all-time high sales. And if you see here, it has posted one of the all-time high sales, 1,400. But it has not gone up much, the stock. Maybe re-rating can happen now. And also, if you see this industry, it is from the mining space, which is the commodity, right? So that's one of the reasons I've selected these stocks. So I do a mixed match of techno fundamentals. Also, you can check it Fortis. You can go to Mahaseamless. I've not really checked them, but I know that Fortis is in the healthcare space. It's a decent company. Mahaseamless I've not checked, but this is from the steel space. Otherwise, Tata Elxis is a very good company, and Jindal Steel as well. Okay, so I will stop here and I'll take questions now. So if you have any questions related to the strategy itself, then I'll be happy to answer than answering stock questions. For me, I enjoy answering strategy related questions than stock questions. So let's see what questions we have. Okay. So yeah, hey Arun. Avanti Feeds Kumragiri is in a sideways trend. So it's not really going up, going down. Yeah, in fact, it has broken the previous low. So I think it might take support. Probably it has broken the trend line already. But this is a very short-term trend line, so you don't have to really worry. So you have to wait. So unless this swing low is not taken out, 525 is not taken out, this is still in an uptrend, right? But for now, we're just consolidating. That's what I said. There's weakness in the markets, and that weakness is reflecting in many stocks. That's why I'm focusing on stocks which are really strong. Okay, Hindustan Oil, Sandeep. HOEC. Not get a stock, HOEC. Okay, Hindustan Oil Exploration Limited. Wow, it looks fantastic as well, Sandeep. It has broken out to new highs. Yeah, but the only problem here is, see, I've already drawn this chart pattern. The only problem here I see is, probably, yes, we're done, I think. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think probably levels of 415 is coming. I think it looks really fantastic. I'm not sure why it did not come in my scanner. So it has gone here. Probably the volumes are not great. Otherwise, market cap is not 500. I'm not sure, but it does not come in my scanner. I don't see it here, even though it's crossed this one, right? So that's why probably I've ignored it. But this is a fantastic setup, Sandeep. You can keep a stop around 138 and take a trade. Or if you're a short-term trader, go to the hourly charts, as I mentioned. Keep today's low as stop around 160 odd, and you can go long, right? But the stock looks fantastic. Can go much higher from here. Shilpa asks my view on Apollo Tires. Yeah, it's in a sideways trend. Kind of broke this trend line over here. It's just been going sideways. It broke this trend line, did a retest, and just going sideways. But the good thing is here, I think it's still going sideways after breakdown as well. So until 198 is not taken down, I think it's a good setup. I think it's just a probability of it's inverted head and shoulders breakout here. It's just consolidating here. The moment it takes off from here, then I think it can really do well. But it's just going sideways, so have patience. These are futures and option stocks, F&O stocks. They can take some time before they move higher. Okay, that's my view on Apollo. Rohit, any view on Apex Frozen today, sir? We take entry around 220.90. If you find reversal, result by poor today, hit lower circuit 20%. The moment the stock hits lower circuit or gap down after results, I exit. Because that's not a good sign for the stock. And after a gap down in results, usually the stock will take some time to, kind of, to kind of absorb that selling which has happened. But for now, this could probably also be a retest at this point. But this stock can go sideways for weeks or months also, right? So this is probably a trend line breakout and retest. Okay, so this had a breakout and it's probably just retesting. Just going to the daily charts again now. The swing, the uptrend is still intact, right? So you can take a trade at right now. So it should not go below, there's a high chance that it will not go below 250 odd levels. But tomorrow, if there's a gap down, wait for the first 1 hour and see if there's a reversal, and then you can buy. But I think this could be a good trend line retest trade. So I've seen many such setups where you have, because it's not because of the results, probably there was just a lot of selling pressure around here. And that's why this stock kind of, had a break, kind of reversed, and that selling is just getting complete. So these kind of events are just reasons for people to dump and operators to kind of get the stocks, get hold of the stocks. So this was a breakout here which happened. This is the first retest. Now probably this is second retest. You can take a trade tomorrow, but I would just wait for a reversal on the 1 hour or daily chart and then take a trade. But I don't see a problem until it breaks 250. Okay, Anisha, good evening, sir. I have started going through your blog, article by article, and I must say it's a treasure trove. The essence of your journey in the stock market gets reflected through it. Really, thanks, Anisha. I think that's my objective, to spread knowledge. And if do tag me on Twitter and post this as well, so that people know that the blog is good. There's not much traffic on my blog. There's been a lot of traffic on my YouTube, but the blog traffic hasn't been that great. I think because of the lengthy articles. But if people who are willing to read, I think will learn a lot. I'm really thanks for such feedback. Keep them coming, and that's what motivates me really. Shilpa says, should I keep Green Lamb prices going down? I think Green Lamb, if you're bothered about 1 day prices, 2 days, it's not going down. This is just sideways movement, right? And I think this bull market I've repeated this again and again, in this bull market has really been such a V-shaped recovery that people have forgotten that markets go sideways. Right now, probably this is at all-time high breakout. So since after 2017, it's the first time it's breaking out, and it's just consolidating and trying to absorb that supply over there. And I feel this is a beautiful setup. Keep holding with a stop around 1100 stop, 1100 stop, and the stock might head higher. You never know. And even the sideways market is just consolidating, right? And I've repeated this many times. If a market is going down and if a stock is consolidating, that's signs of strength, and this is a sign of strength. So you want to keep the stock and add more above 1500, 1450 levels. Don't make the mistake of selling it early, then you might regret it later. You might feel that this is a good decision in the next couple of weeks, but if you look at next couple of months, probably it might not be a good decision if the stock heads higher, right? So have a rule, follow swing high, swing low, and that can be one of the ways you can make money. So Shilpa, I'd suggest keep a stop loss and ride the trend. Sagar says, view on Punjab Chemicals and Crop Protection. Stock has had a vertical rise, good things happening in the company, but where should one enter? I think I answered this stock question before, that if a stock has a vertical rise, you need to wait. I think you will notice that in Laxmi Organics when I add to my positions. Right now I'm not adding to my positions because it has gone all the way up, right? Even though I was lucky to add it below, but it's gone all the way up. Now you have to wait for a consolidation. After every move up, vertical move up, there is a consolidation, right? After every vertical move up, again there's a consolidation. That happens with each and every stock because there are short-term traders, there are medium-term traders, there are long-term traders. Everyone has a different mindset and different psychology. So everyone will book profits at some point. So that's why a stock goes up, then it comes down, goes up, comes down. So you need to have patience. Just wait for some time and then let it consolidate, then add more, right? Don't have FOMO. FOMO is the biggest way to lose money, because let's say you enter now and tomorrow, let's say stock comes down to do retest around 1400 levels, then you'd be cursing yourself. So have a rule in place and follow that rule. Okay, I think by now, looking at how we pyramid, you might have understood that. I'll just go through the previous videos. By the way, we are on our 25th session today. So there are 25 videos for you to learn. In case you're new, you can go and refer to those videos and learn. Jackson Pharma, what would be a good price to enter in? I have no idea as of now, but let's look at the charts. Yes. Okay, right now if you see, this is again in a nice uptrend. This is what I say. After every move, there's this one. So you can enter right now. It's a very good price to enter right now. Keep a stop around 135. Or if you are short-term trading, then keep a stop around 160. But right now is a good time to enter Jackson Pharma. Okay, it's a good one. Suman says, thanks, my Gravita at last comes on your scanner. Yes, remember, everyone has a different way of investing in stocks, and my style is different. My style is, even if a stock is making continuous highs, I will not add the stock until it comes here, because that was the previous high and this is a rectangle consolidation, right? So some people might enter here, good for them, but they might exit here, but I will enter here and keep trailing as much as possible. So even though you've entered a stock, learn to ride the winners and cut the losers. That's the secret to success in markets. So Saumen, yeah, let's see where it goes. Anisha says, could I please seek your opinion about the renewal of upward impetus in Tata Steel Bhushan? So I think Tata Steel Bhushan is good. It is picking up again pace. The entire steel sector is again picking up pace. I think we just exited because we kind of exited. Yeah, so this is the breakout. It's again given a breakout today. I think probably you can enter again if you want to, but I'm not entering it because I have other stocks which I'm looking at. So it is good. It's made again a cup and handle, probably not a perfect one, but kind of a cup and handle pattern here. I think we got out here around 92.6, right? But probably a good entry again in case you want to enter. Or if you are still conservative like me, then just wait for today's high to be taken out or enter above 100, 101. Right, so that's the level that you want to look at. So that's the resistance breakout, and I think above 100, once it crosses 100, it can go much higher. I think the entire commodity space is really hot and it continues to remain hot. There's no signs of selling yet. So that's my answer, Anisha. Suman sir, could you please check Gajaria Ceramics for swing as a single rank setup? Yeah, Gajaria Ceramics came in my scanner today. So it is a good setup. It is probably overlapping base on base. So this is called a base on base pattern. So it kind of gave a breakout against forming a base. It's a very good setup. Just go long, or you can go long even at current prices. Good volumes, good moves today. Keep a stop around 995. It's a very good trade. Okay, at base on base probably, or you could say this is not a cup and handle also, probably base on base pattern. That's all. Okay, that's it. So Sandeep, NFL, NCC, Shilpa has NCC, NFL. Yeah, NFL, the important zone is this zone. So again, after this move up, it is just kind of retracing the entire movement. So 50 levels can be the stop. I think it is just doing I'll switch to log charts. Yeah, it's just a normal correction, but there's a major resistance around this zone, right? So that's the major resistance, and it kind of got rejected here. So probably some more consolidation before it heads up. That's my view. Sandeep, NCC, Shilpa. Yeah, I have NCC drawn as well. Let's see what NCC. Yeah, NCC kind of got rejected around that zone. right? So this is again a nice inverted head and shoulders. So it's forming the right shoulder right now, and it might take some more time before it heads higher. So I think a lot of people were eyeing this breakout over here. I think even it came in my scanner as well, but I kind of didn't enter. My GTT was around 99 or 100 odd levels, but this could have been a pullback trade over here, right? But right now, what's happening is, so this is the point. I think it's just, around this previous zone over here, right? So that's the level you want to look out for. That's the zone. So probably if it comes around 77 could be a good buy, but NCC still needs to break out from this descending bearish trend line. That's why I always say wait for every bearish trend line to be crossed. Now this was the first bearish trend line, right? So if you had entered here, that was the best entry, above 36.5. So that was one of the best entries if you could have had, and then now just consolidating sideways, right? So this is also forming inverted head and shoulders even here. Right, so if you see this point, this is also an inverted head and shoulders, but this is kind of a breakdown. I could have expected probably this to head higher, but this is probably also cup and handle. So yeah, this is the cup and probably the handle is forming. It might take some more time before it heads higher. That's maybe on NCC. Shilpa says, what about Motilal Oswal? Is price expected to rise? I have no idea whether the price will rise or not. But for me, I'm holding it. My stop is around 760 odd. And I'm expecting a reversal because, again, as I said, this was a straight move up and it's just retesting that move right now, right? So it's still in an uptrend. I'm expecting it to head higher, but I don't know whether it will do that. So that's why my stop was around 760. If it goes below 760, especially if it closes at the end of the day below 760, I'll be out of this. Okay, and move on to some other stocks. So that's my view on Motilal as well. Dinesh, added more VIP and Jubilant Ingrevia today in breakout. Should I revise my stop loss or should I keep the old ones? I don't know why you added Jubilant Ingrevia today. Because yeah, okay. So you're saying it's not a breakout today actually. So probably on the hourly charts maybe yes, it is a breakout, but on daily charts it's not really a breakout. A breakout for me is this is a breakout. When after consolidation, if it breaks, this is a breakout, or this is a breakout, or this is a breakout, right? Or even this. Okay, but this is not a breakout. This is already a breakout and you're buying it two-way higher. But what I do is I buy it on the hourly chart. So 5-minute charts, I bought it over on here when it kind of did a pullback, right? So I explained this, I explained this before. So around here is when I bought, right? I bought here just on Friday. So yeah, your stop loss for Jubilant Ingrevia can be, it can be even 680, but for now I'd keep around 600, not 580. Yeah, 600 is a good level to keep stop. Okay, around here. So that's a good level to keep stop. And the VIP, again, VIP wasn't a breakout today. Breakout already happened on this day, right? So if you see, this was a nice cup and handle breakout here, right? Now this is not a breakout here. Now this is a movement after the breakout. So if you want to really look at breakouts, then you need to probably go to, it needs at least to consolidate for a couple of days or 3 days or 4 days, and then you can add more, right? So for example, here, right? So after this breakout here, then the next breakout is here, right? So that's how we call a breakout. Okay, so that's, stop loss for VIP continues to remain the same. So keep a stop around 370 odd. 390, 380, 390 odd. Okay, so that's my stop for VIP. Dalmia Bharat have tight closing daily. Any fresh buy here? Current market price. I think you're talking about the cement. Yes, the cement company, right? Okay, it's kind of coming out. It could be a good buy. Just keep a stop around 1700 odd levels. It's just going sideways, but the move, you need a good green candle at least to form and then probably buy. Don't buy right now. It is probably doing a retest, breakout retest, right? So this is probably a breakout retest, but just wait for a nice reversal, or if you want, you can take a trade even now. Keep a stop around 1700. Okay, so that's my view on Dalmia. Kumaragiri, how to calculate price targets? Slanting line, inverted head and shoulders pattern. From where exactly? So I don't calculate targets really. I just look at the next resistance level and that's my target. So that's plain and simple. Okay, do we keep reviewing stocks which have hit stop loss or just move on to new ones? You can keep reviewing stops, Vijay. Like Bhushan Steel Limited is a very good buy right now. But since I already have so many, I don't want to just look at Bhushan Steel Limited. But you need to keep looking at other stocks you have moved because you've rented them for a reason and you can hold on to them. But usually I go to my scanner and look for fresh entries So that's how my habit has been, but you can look at the existing ones as well. Manit says, I can see a huge delivery for Equita, Small Finance Bank and BSE and almost 10x volume, but don't see a bulk deal anywhere. I have no idea, Manit. I don't really look at high delivery volumes. I don't look at who bought. I don't care really. For me, its setup needs to satisfy my conditions. You don't have to know everything about markets to trade. Few setups and your logics can save you. But for now, I'm not getting into that discussion. Maybe you need to do some more research. Go to StockEdge maybe, and you can look at the volumes. Vijay says, sir, your 3M long-term chart of Nifty with parallel channel breakout is mind-blowing. Found in one of your newsletters. Yes, so that's the 3-month Nifty. Yes, you can also refer to the first newsletter and the recent newsletter. So that's actually a good way to understand the long-term trends. So that's why, while many of them have been, very bearish, I've been bullish even more since December last year, because last year December we closed 6-month, 1 year, monthly, weekly, highest closing out of the parallel channel. Okay, so that's how, when you look at history, you understand what's going to happen in the future as well. And since then, we've had a very good move till now. My views on Apollo Sundari, Shilpa asks, is it expected to rise or should I sell off? I have no idea. I'm not going to give you views as to whether you should sell off. I'll just give my views. It's up to you what you want to do. Yeah, so movement is good. I'm not sure why. Well, the market is going sideways. This has moved really well. So again, why you should think of selling, I have no idea. But I would not sell the stock. I'll keep a stop around 700 and wait for it to head much higher. And just looking at the long-term charts, it's a beautiful company. The monthly charts, it looks beautiful on the monthly charts. Just 2 months of inside bars, and it's trying to break out that. So if it crosses 990,000 levels, then it's going to head to 1,300 levels. The chart looks really good. Don't make the mistake again of selling. It is just a breakout retest, right? So kind of a breakout here, it just did a retest, right? That's very common. So that was a breakout, it is a retest, and it's heading higher. So don't sell off and keep a stop, as I said. So voice is crisp, but video keeps freezing. I think if you buy some time, then check your streaming platform settings like things. Probably yes, Suman, my internet might not be that great. That's the reason also. Yeah, I understand. I've seen my videos. Sometimes I play it back and watch. The face cam input, yeah, could be a problem. I'll probably check that this week. Views on ACE and NMDC. NMDC view I've already given Jaydev in my newsletter this week. So please refer to that. I'll not cover that again. But ACE is a fantastic setup. It gave a beautiful breakout. Here it is heading higher. It is just getting, consolidating around that zone, right? And also if you see, this is the trend line, right? So it is just probably retesting the trend line again. But remember, after every trend line, just see how it moves. So just wait, have patience, keep a stop around 160 odd. And if you're an investor, especially 160 odd should be a stop. Or if it breaks this trend line, then you can exit if you're a short-term trader. NMDC, yes, I've already mentioned Jaydev, my views, including the fundamental. Go and check my newsletter. Turtle Trader, thanks for the congratulations. Suman says, Jaydev's metal sector is getting stronger now. NMDC could be a good bet. Yes, it's a very good bet. With its good quarterly Q1Q results, P is very low. Tata Steel, Bhushan Limited also P is very, very low. NMDC P is very low. So these are undervalued companies, and in a commodity cycle, they can go much higher. They've not even started my moves. NMDC has hardly moved up, and I feel it can go much higher. So NMDC is also good. Gravita, Abhinav, I already shared my view. Just do a playback, and you can look at Gravita view. Okay, Dinesh, can we expect the trading journal to be uploaded with GT details by tonight? Yes, I will update. So probably next couple of hours I'll update, Dinesh, my trading journal with GTT. Abhinav, sir, rewind a bit in today's stream. Yes, Suman, yes, thanks for that. I've talked about Gravita, Abhinav, so just go back. Shilpa, thank you, sir. Gujarat Alkalis stop loss, sir, bought around today around 470. Harish, my stop loss is around 450. Gujarat Alkalis, even I'm holding it. So it's just going sideways. So that was a breakout. So this was a breakout, retest, again retest, right? So just probably coming down. So keep your stop around 450. That's my stop. Okay, and if it goes below 450, I will come out. Okay, so that's simple. Please give me my view on dollar industry, Sachin asks. So dollar industry looks good. In fact, it came in my scanners a couple of days back. It's just consolidating sideways. So these are very good stocks, right? So don't sell it off, please. If it's just going sideways, you might miss on some really good moves in some of the stocks. You never know which stock is going to head higher. But if you see here, this was a nice breakout here, and we just kind of around that zone, we're just going sideways. So sideways phases are the phases when most of the people will be really frustrated and sell off. Please don't do that. Don't keep looking at your portfolios daily. These kind of stocks will move. Okay, you just need to have patience. Now see, it went sideways, just gave strong moves 250 to 350 in just a couple of days, right? Matter of 4-5 days. So you'll get such moves again. Don't sell it off. Apur Shriram City Union. Okay, this is probably the last stock. It has given a good breakout today, just a move down. It can head higher. So don't look at today, it went down 10%. And don't get freak out. So just a sell move after that crazy move up that day. Okay, so don't sell it off. Keep a stop loss around 1600 odd levels. Okay, I think I've covered all the questions, guys. So take care. I think always remember, risk management is the key. I keep repeating it at the end of every session. Don't forget to manage your risk. That's the only thing. I will update the sheets today, and don't forget to like this video, please. That's the only thing I expect from you. If you have 25 people, only 19 likes. The remaining 6 people, please